Hi students, how are you today? I hope you guys doing well. Welcome back with me Ingrid in Sales and Marketing class. Today we will have fifth meeting, Marketing Model Architecture STV Triangle 2, which is tactic. Do you still remember what we learned last week? Also about architecture, the first part of architecture, which is strategy. And we learn about segmentation, targeting, and positioning. And you guys have assignment about positioning, right? So today we're going to learn about tactic. So in here, in tactics, there is a differentiation, marketing mix, and selling. And also you have to remember, tactic is a concrete step of strategies that have been developed in marketing architecture. We're going to the first one, differentiation. So in here, as you can see on your screen, differentiation, integrating content, context, and infrastructure of what you offer to customers. So in here, there's a triangle, content, context, and infrastructure. In beginning, that what you offer to customer, what is your main product or what is your main service offering to your customers? And then about context, how to offer to customers, how you deliver this to your customers, how you provide product offers to customers. And the last one is infrastructure, enable factor to realize differentiation through content and context, differentiate from competitors based on technology, HR capabilities and facilities. So in this infrastructure is really important about technology, human resource, and also facility. So for example, I will give you one example, Gojek, okay? What is the content? So Gojek provide service to move in the city, you know that Gojek, it's very easy. You just order and then you go by motorcycle, motorbike, or even a car, okay? And that is like solve your problem. And now the context you deliver with uh, how you deliver this, like how to offer to your customer. Of course, just only with apps, okay? This packaging is so simple. You can all of you can download and you can using very easily. And infrastructure, of course, you need a technology on it. You need a good human resource that very quality, okay, that they can help you to achieve your goal. And of course, the facility on your company, how come you can make good application apps for a smartphone and you don't have this facility to support that. Okay, now we're going to the marketing mix, which is this is very general and very basic and principle in marketing. There is a marketing mix 4P. You start with the product. Okay, in this product, there is a product variety, quality, design, feature, brand name, packaging, size, services, warranties, and etc. Okay, and promotion, there is a sales promotion, there is advertising, there is sales force, there is public relation, and direct marketing. And price, there is a list price, discount, allowance, payment period, credit terms, and etc. And also for the place, there is a channel, like distribution channel, okay? There's coverage, location, inventory, where you put or storage your goods, okay? There's also transport. So marketing mix, integrating offers, logistic, and communication. You guys can read, you can look in wherever the source is, like in YouTube or in Google, you can read by yourself. This topic of marketing mix is very common, so you can read by yourself. And the last one is selling. So selling is tactic for creating long-lasting relationship with customer through product company. Okay, in here you can see uh, selling type. There is three selling type: transactional selling, consultative selling, and also enterprise selling. And those type is like from the basic selling to advanced selling, also from low value product to high value product. In here, what is transactional selling? Yes, transactional selling is like very common for selling, which is like individual or also like low value. I mean like no need the seller no need explain a lot about the product or service. And also the product itself you can find it's easily. For example, you go to the supermarket or mini market and you buy something, so the seller just only give a service during the transaction. But after that, no, they don't give anymore. They don't need to give you. Okay. And there is a method in here, which is IDA. What is IDA? IDA is attention, interest, desire, and act. So attention is when the seller tries to attract the attention of the buyer through the arrangement of an attractive outlet, showroom, or a product. So they tries to attract the customers or the buyer. Okay. And also the next is interest. Once interest, buyer will seek further information by reading product knowledge or briefly asking the seller. And D for desire is like there is desire to buy the product. And X for the E, the last one is the buyer decided to buy the product. So IDA is like a method for this transactional selling. Okay, now we're going to the consultative selling, which is this is not longer low value product as in transactional sales, but are selling high value product. For example, in offering investment and insurance product for property, cars, and so on. In this case, the seller need to provide a detailed explanation of the product over to the buyer. Consultative selling involves personal interaction between the seller and the buyer. It requires good communication skill from the seller to be able to convince the buyer to make a buying decision. Okay, the sales approach carried out in this consultative type is called the spin approach method. Okay, SPIN is like the S1 is situational, which is the seller asks question about the buyer current condition. Okay, and then P for problem. The seller asks the problem from the buyer is facing from the current condition. And I for implication. The seller asks the impact of the problem if it is not resolved. And the last one, which is N, need to pay off. The seller pose a question whose answer lead to the benefit obtained if the buyer use the product overt. So in here, like SPIN is like the comprehensive of question from the situational problem, implication, and need to pay. Okay, and the last one is enterprise selling. So this is like no longer of course low value, okay, but this is a high value product of course, and this is also a big scale like for the company. to selling for the company. Okay, and of course the human resource need to have a training before they need to go to the customers. And of course you need to have good communication or skill of communication to talk to the buyer, which is the buyer also is company. And maybe you can give some discount if the company or your buyer buy is like a lot of amount. And in this case, like in this type, you need to be more precise, or you need to more um, have a good relation. Okay, and what is the method they use is like most, but I will not explain in here because we will not going to learn. Okay, the next slide, which is this is there is a table. And the first one is type of sales and key objective, typical sales structure, and also organizational linkage and alignment. You can see that is transactional, consultative, enterprise, and these three type. There is different about key objective, typical sales structure, and also organizational. Well, you can see or you can read by yourself. And thank you so much listening me in YouTube. This is just a short uh, class for you guys. Okay, thank you. Bye.